Howdy y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Scene, and as you can see in this video, we're going to be talking about the Switch 2. And as you can see on the left, I'm going to have the regular Switch, and on the right, it's going to be the Switch 2. So you can definitely see right off the bat, there is a nice little graphical upgrade between the Switch and the Switch 2. And I just kind of wanted to give y'all a little show off, and so you guys can decide whether or not, that's what some of you Switch users may want to invest into. So if you enjoy Palia content, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. Give this video a thumbs up, and, just give me a comment to help me out, help boost me in the algorithm. But as you can see, I just did a little running around on the plot, and then we jumped into the loading screen. And pretty much like it is such a huge difference between the two loading screens on the two consoles. I wasn't sure what all was going to be improvements, but you can see as of now that the loading screen stopped on the Switch 2, so obviously that one's paused, while it's literally taking double the time to load in on the Switch. So we definitely got much quicker load-in screens. They're going like half the load-in time, which is, great when you just want to get in and play the game, you know what I'm saying? But now that they're, both loaded in, it was really hard to do a side-by-side because switching between the two consoles takes a moment because of the new key cards or game cards or whatever. So it's really hard for me to, get them to, be perfectly in line. But you can definitely see the difference. Like, there are a few extra flowers in Kilima. Not a lot, I don't know how. I think there's a lot more flowers that are supposed to be on the PC. I've never actually played the PC version, so I can't actually tell you. But I had noticed that there was a couple of more flowers and a couple of more trees on the Switch 2 version compared to the Switch version. And just doing the side-by-side, you could definitely see a couple of those things here or there. But I just kind of wanted to take it in and see how it did, so I popped over to Bahari, and you can still tell it still loads in as the flooring kind of loads in as you run. As I said, I'm not really sure if that does it on PC or not, but it has done it on older Switch. And then the water texture has been greatly improved on this system, and it looks so much nicer and so much prettier. And so I just kind of wanted to do some running around to see if I could see any visual differences, as I've only played on the Switch. But swapping between tools has never been easier. Like, there have been so many times where, I'd pull out my pickaxe, and then I'd sit there, have to wait 10-20 seconds just for me to be able to, mine it on the Switch, And now I know the Switch was a 7-8-year-old console, so it was definitely on its way out. And loading in on the Switch too, they'll tell you how to do everything all over again. But I definitely feel like I'm able to much more easily swap between tools, like going from, hunting to mining real quick. There's not that delay in waiting for the game to catch up. You mine, and then you got to turn around and catch a bug. It's gonna be a lot easier to turn around, pull your bug bombs out to catch the bug. So definitely, it is a definite overall improvement. It's definitely running a lot smoother, and overall, I am definitely a lot happier with the way, so far, the way it is running on the Switch 2. Now, if you do want to check me out at twitch.tv/kfiercene, I will be streaming later on today on the Switch 2 to definitely give it a good test, a good run, play with groups, just run around and do a whole bunch of things. And definitely put it to the work and put it to the test to see how well it will actually do, than me just kind of, running around a more empty Bahari server, because, nobody's in Bahari right now because everybody's in the Elder Woods. But this is the place where I was most familiar with, and I was most familiar with a lot of the graphical settings, so I could definitely see you know, and so I was hoping to see a lot more flowers out here, but definitely wasn't as much as I was kind of expecting, a bit more closer to PC. But you know what? I'll take what I can get at this moment in time, you know? But as I said, it's overall running a lot smoother. It's overall doing great. So if you plan on getting a Switch 2 and you are like kind of like hesitant to see how Palia was going to play on it, I definitely will say it's definitely a much better improvement. So obviously PC will still be a better playing experience, but you know, and a big reason why I liked playing on the Switch, nothing's better than just playing on your console and then you're like, you know what, I'm gonna walk to the kitchen and you can just take it into handheld mode and just walk it with you. That's a big thing of why I liked the Switch and why I got into Switch gaming, was the ability to swap between being able to take it with me wherever I was walking around the house or going outside or on a road trip or whatever. And I'm still able to play a lot of the games that I wanted to play. And so, you know, and so going into the Switch 2, so far I'm enjoying the way it looks, I'm enjoying the way it acts, and so far it's definitely a much better improvement. Hopefully I will have a much better time on stream as well. So as I said, if you want to check me out later today and get some more later on more in-depth opinions, I will definitely have those made. Right now this is more of just kind of like a first look to see how it went, how it felt, how I enjoyed it. So but yeah, I guess that'll pretty much cover most of this. So I guess until the next video, I will see you guys later. Bye!